You said your goodbyes, and as you began to travel away, you had a sudden fright of something looking at you and making its way towards you before the scene disappears and you're back in the violet void. The violet light spilling through the windows as you start to travel once more.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was creepy.
What the actual fuck was that?
Are you being
That would be.
Are you being hunted, Brandon?
Not to my knowledge.
All of us saw that, right? That's.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't believe I'm asking this. Hey, McGhost Devlin, did you see that dog thing at the end of the road just now?
A head peeks down from the ceiling. I'm afraid not. I was rather preoccupied with moving.
That's
This
fair
is
enough.
just a jog, surely.
No, I can. Well, if you didn't say it, that's
Maybe-
fine. Like, I've assumed you being omnipresent, you can kind of hear the everywhere all at once.
Why don't you try moving a building through multiverses?
Can we?
Oh,
Maybe eventually.
Could just go home.
Sure, maybe give it a couple of centuries. Now, if you don't mind, I'd rather not have us crash into a random planet.
Okay.
Fades back to the ceiling.
Right.
Hey, did you all get a good look at it?
The dog?
Yeah.
It's a black dog with red eyes.
I could, because I was staring outside to take in the forest, and then that appeared.
I mean, hopefully we just
It
left
started
it.
very strange, honestly. Like, I was looking at the trees as we were
I'm-
leaving, but
The-
it was like a crack in space
Yeah,
itself.
That's the part that creeps me out because that implies, like us, it's not from the world we just came from.
And you know when like your old television is out of signal, the snowstorm like
Yeah.
effect?
You mean static, yeah?
Yes, that I was getting those. Like it
Yeah.
really looked like it zapped into existence.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, when you next go to that library place, would you mind maybe asking your guy about that? Because I have
Yeah, sure.
I have a feeling that isn't the last we're going to see of that.
I mean, I do hope it is.
Pessimist, remember? I always assume the worst, but I would rather be. I mean, you know, if you've got time, but
Yeah, I will ask if he got time. All right.
well, can't worry about it
time
now.
for a
So.
celebration.
True, actually.
So, and I grab a bottle of wine that I have. How old are you again, June?
19. The only one underage is Kara.
That's correct. I forgot about that. That's gonna be water for her.
Or we can thin it down, maybe.
I'm not giving any drop of alcohol to a minor.
Depends on the country. Some people can drink from 16.
I don't really. I don't think
UK
we
is
it's
not
a matter.
16.
Yeah, true.
So, if we go from country of origin, yeah, that can happen. But anyway, I will start preparing something.
Do you need help with that, or
Do I need help? No, I'm good.
Oh, actually, I'm just going to have a quick look at our quest log. I'm going to assume that that quest is completed now.
The log opens up and it shows retrieve the horn of a snow deer. Completed. Reward? Question mark.
Yeah, I'm going to claim that sucker. Guys, you'll probably have to do the same thing as well.
You hear a bleep in your ears and you feel something rush into you, like overinflating in a deep breath, and then you start to settle. Feels like tingle behind the eyes, effectively.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
But otherwise, nothing happens. It would just show that you have gained 150 XP in your XP bar.
Would we see that that's enough to get us to level 2 in character?
Yes, you would. However, you are still level 1.
Right, okay. So in that case, Brandon will say, "Hey guys, it looks like we're finally at level 2, but wait, I'm still level 1. I'm guessing it might work like our spells. We have to, I don't know, rest or something to do the level up."
like when we got held back from our short rest, kind of like that?
Got help back from our what, sorry?
When we rest, our
Oh,
spell slots and our health restores.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm guessing it's going to work like our spells. We have to... Ooh, I wonder what we actually get on the level up. Yeah, it should be interesting. Hopefully we get something decent.
So we could really use a bit of a boost.
Yeah, Is it just me, or I know that you're probably not as familiar with video games, Dave, but do you think that we're a little bit underpowered? Like, just average to even out, it just doesn't feel like we're that strong. even for like level 1.
No. Like, if going off my game knowledge, slimes are like very weak mobs, and we were struggling.
Yeah, we
We
were.
were really struggling, and also like, don't open mana. Is it what we have like spell slots that's equal to our mana, right? Our magical points, MP, mana. We also don't have a lot of magic. Some of us don't even have any.
Yeah, true. Actually, I mean, these spell slots. I mean, I can't obviously have seen anything like that specifically in any game I've played. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I do kind of wish I had a couple more of them.
Then again, to be fair, I think it's unrealistic to compare it exactly to a game, since a game its focus is to be fun.
You're
The
right,
developers
Jason.
make it
Miss
easier.
Martinez.
Yeah, that is true, I suppose. It's just, because of,
But-
like, the UI and, like, all there's just...
Also
I
don't
know.
have any.
Understandable.
We also don't have any other thing to go off. Like the closest thing I personally know to our current situation is fantasy games and movies.
Understandable.
Yeah, there's just a
Oh,
lot...
what if it's like what's the extremely difficult game that came into the news?
What,
Is
like-
it-
Fantasy
like
Bloodborne. Oh no.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Look,
not... It's felt like a little
If
bit
we're
like that.
if we're stuck in a Dark Souls world, I'm trying to log off.
If we're stuck in a Dark Souls world, I don't think we'll be stuck there very long.
You start blinking through menus looking for a off screen. There is nothing.
Because I love gaming, but that's one genre I hate. More of a Animal Crossing person, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, honestly, I'm the type of player who goes pure magic build in Dark Souls and just hope that I can spam all of my spells and kill the thing in front of me before it gets a chance to attack.
I don't even want to think about us getting in such situations.
Yeah,
It's time for the celebration. Let's think happy thoughts.
Yeah, true. I can do that for a change.
Do we know if the mouse managed to open the other door?
Yeah, I mean,
He probably didn't.
Last time I checked,
Eh,
yeah, I didn't notice anything had changed.
I mean, he did say that. Did he say that? Yeah, I did say that he made a promise with the person who's that's there.
Yeah. What was this? I can't seem to remember. What was this? You would open it, right, if we did a certain thing? Is it bringing the person back to their home world?
Yeah, if we bury them, if we're in
If we
that
buried
world.
in that world, then he will open it. Okay.
I mean, knowing that, I do understand the reason why. I just don't know why that couldn't have been stated off the bat.
Perhaps
So it's
because
just
he
like
saw
his
many.
master, he's poor in communication.
Yeah,
It's really poor communication. I spent some time thinking about Devlin, and actually he's quite sad. No, not in that way. He's really. I mean, imagine we're getting crazy for just being stuck a few days in here. He's been here a few centuries. I can imagine how it turns somebody sour.
Yes, that I can understand.
Oh, yeah.
However, counter argument. The person that I'm speaking to, I think he's a god, and he lived also for a few thousands of years, and he still has some courtesy. So
Yeah, I don't think it's the immortality that's the issue. I think it's being stuck inside a wooden box, basically.
normally you would then be excited about new things happening, right?
Yeah,
he's
but
so
it would
desensitized.
also be the same old, you know? People come and go, fetchers die, he doesn't get the items, he has to wait.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean-
that I can understand, but
I mean, it's not a nice thing to like what he's doing, but and I also think he could be nice. I
Maybe
it's like I
he's-
understand why he's this way, but he could be nicer.
maybe it's this distancing himself on purpose so that he
Oh, yeah.
doesn't get attached when we, inevitably forever. Either because we're back in our
I
world
kinda
or
do understand that.
I honestly, I get all of that, and to be completely honest, past the point of being annoyed about the room now, it was just, it was that on top of everything else. But it's just a little bit of
But-
clarification would have cleared up, but never mind.
Is that also a valid reason? Is the reason, for example, because you're afraid of being hurt, is that valid enough of a reason to stop loving something?
I don't believe so.
Maybe we need to schedule in a therapy session with him.
Maybe you should write down his thoughts. Maybe that helps.
He cannot write. He cannot touch anything, remember?
Well, kinda. He can flick to books whilst reading them.
Can he?
Oh, why else should we bring books?
His familiar
can't
can touch
read
things. So I thought he was the one flicking through.
Okay. How
Anyway.
many places do you think he has seen so far?
I mean, probably more than we can count.
Probably too many.
If he's lived for, I know you said centuries, but from recollection, I think it's more like thousands of years. So,
Yeah, he's been stuck for centuries, but he's more than a millennia old.
aye. But do we want to get this celebration underway?
Yes. Dinner's ready.
That's quick.
You sometimes don't realize how long you've been talking.
No, I mean, honestly though, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's sitting in silence.
Brennan, you're gonna come over here, or you're gonna keep sulking in the storefront?
Oh, sorry, I was just mentally in the other room. I was actually here all along.
Arrow is disposed in the bathroom.
Did she eat some flowers again?
No, too many kebabs. Too much meat.
Poor girl. She really does a number on her stomach.
Well,
I regret nothing.
Unfortunately, she cannot be here for the toast, but we'll start anyway.
Maybe you can hear us from there.
Alright, everybody has plates with steak and turnips.
That looks delicious, by the way.
Great. And then I start pouring the wine. Right, a toast. First to Kiara for saving our asses a number of times. To June for your love of fauna and that eventually being the reason we completed or at least defeated the slimes.
Thank you.
Yes.
To myself for being the intermediate between my gods and giving the knowledge of the slimes and the snow there. And to Brandon for being a great team player.
For being there. I knew that was coming, by the way. I could see the violence.
A little bit too predictable, maybe, but still
I
funny.
know. I was actually expecting something.
Nah, guys. Honestly, it's cool. It's I'll hopefully be able to pour it properly eventually. But no. Yeah, you guys did well.
Just joking around. Right.
Actually, I'm really glad all of us are together here. I don't think if I was alone on this trip, I would have managed it even a bit.
What to say, really? I mean, I think probably the best thing we can do is just not think too much about the what ifs and just take things as they are.
And I'm glad I'm actually stuck here with a friend, and we're finally traveling. And you're a great roommate.
Yeah.
You guys still have the same room.
And you have an amazing Roy Mustang cosplay.
Yes, actually, that cost. Honestly, if I was going to be East Kite anything, yes, this would definitely. I am glad I had this on at the time and not my regular clothes. So I guess it kind of helped me blend in, sort of. But yeah, I'm glad that.
They did think you were noble.
True. Actually. Well, I was going to say it's a good job. I know we didn't really speak much work, Dave, but yeah, I think we got on all right.
Yeah, we do.
You guys, sorry, but I'm going to bed.
You're not gonna eat first?
I am. No.
You should. Hey, Kai, you sure you don't want at least some water? You probably need to keep your fluids up if you're not feeling well.
She holds up a water skin and whittles it about.
Alright.
Okay, as long as you've got something to drink, Aaron.
We will leave something for you as well.
Thanks.
We need to try and get that fridge in the next world, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably also a proper oven.
And
Yes,
message devices and a proper shower.
And I actually made a small list for this. Where is it?
Oh, okay.
I also want to make a small indoor garden area.
That's
We
amazing.
can cultivate the glue balls that we have, the what's it called? Snowballs? Glue balls?
I'm right now doing that in my own room, but having a larger space would help.
And I also want to improve the kitchen area.
Where are you gonna put the water basin on the roof? To catch water or...
That was no one's idea, but maybe.
If
that also travels along.
the thing is, I would say that it wouldn't. I think it actually has to be
No,
on
the flume
interior.
said it would travel along, but there's a chance it falls off if it's not sturdy.
I mean, maybe we could just remove the basin and bring it inside, depending on how big it is.
Ah, yeah.
I mean,
We
if
need to find
just-
a watering can. We can use it as a shower head.
That is an excellent idea.
That's how I used to shower while camping.
I'm gonna just keep using my magic for that.
It also helps, but it's nice to feel the water going down, you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, guess there isn't really anything to do now except to just finish the last bits of the meal and then just wait to arrive in the next destination. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be about 8 hours
And we
again.
can also do some home improvement.
Oh yeah, true.
There's
I will
the
do
water
that
that
too.
needs to be boiled, there is meat that needs to be dried, there's the indoor garden area that needs to be made.
Whereabouts are you thinking of actually standing that up, by the way? The indoor garden, I mean.
One more time, what did you say?
The indoor garden. Whereabouts are you thinking of setting it up?
I don't know. I think June can choose that.
I mean, we do have this room back here, don't we? That's just full of junk right now. Maybe we could make some space in there. What were you thinking?
No, that's I think alright.
Because it's out the way, and it's not, near the shop front. So, well, you probably don't have the wall, should I say? But I
There's
think it's
also
fine.
this work area-ish where we could start.
Yeah, true.
And if the need becomes to increase it in size, then we could move it over there, and then move all the shelves and other supplies over here.
Also, way too many tables, so we can put them in the storage and create more room for ourselves. Like in this area, I point over.
Why don't we usually eat at that table is my question.
Because most of the time Kara is either in the bathroom or like soaking in bed with a painful stomach.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, we have a few places, then it seems to set things up.
Actually, that entire corner can be used. Alright.
I'm going
The
to assume
violet
that...
light
Sorry.
fades away.
What fades
You
away?
begin to. The violet light fades away.
Oh wow.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hear
Oh,
a
right.
rapid pinging against the window panes that you recognise to be rain. The outside is dark, but you can see you rest atop a grassy hill circled by trees.
That's quick.
Yeah, a lot faster than last time.
Hey, Devlin. Devlin, no response?
No response.
Perhaps he needs to regenerate or rest.
Yeah, because I think he snapped a little bit when we were asking him about the dog. I'm going to assume that takes a lot of concentration on his part. So, yeah, that's probably not too far from that. He's probably having a rest right now.
Oh, that mouse. Damn, he's not also here.
Well, what do you want to do, guys? I mean, just because we're here doesn't mean that we have to change what we were doing.
True.
Could finish our meal and
You hear a knocking
continue
at the door.
Oh, okay. Looks like we have a visitor.
I will check it
That's
out.
quick.
I think we should probably
It's
go
maybe it's-
together.
Quick.
Maybe it's not a nice person. You shouldn't go alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
come
with
with
Brandon.
you.
I open the door.
The rain is falling quite heavily outside, and in front of you, you see a hunched figure wearing a shawl. Underneath, you see a haggard-looking face of an old human woman. She looks up towards you. May I come in for shelter from the rains?
You may come in for now.
Thank you. My husband and granddaughter are just down the road. They'll be here in a moment. She steps in, dripping with water. There's a dirt pathway that leads up towards the door. After a few minutes, you see dark figures walking down the road. One, an elderly man, and the other, a small child. They get to
So,
the door and make the way in.
Where are you guys from?
We are from Belleville.
Alright.
We are just travelling. Sorry, we got a little bit lost. We saw this up on the hill. It's odd we didn't see this previously, but I don't know.
I don't know. Whenever I'm traveling around, everywhere looks the same to me, and it's amazing what you miss in familiar surroundings.
Yes. She takes off her shawl, looking for somewhere to hang it. Assuming you don't assist, she just finds a corner
yeah,
with a wooden
Brandon-
frame somewhere.
Yeah, Brandon will assist in taking it off since he's nearest.
He
David just
handed quite a wet
keeps a
shawl.
close eye on them. He doesn't trust him.
The older man takes off a rain-drenched coat and also hands it to Brendan.
Okay. Anyone else?
The child doesn't. She just stands in a small wet cloak, looking around.
Hey, you not want to take that off? You'll probably feel a little bit warmer if you do.
You're not going to take it, are you?
I was just going to hang on to it for you, just so you can. What about time? Let it dry and then just get it straight back to you.
Okay. He shrugs off her cloak, hands it to you.
Okay, there we go. So,
Is this a shop?
Yes.
Yes.
We sell a multitude of items.
How long have you been in business then?
Me
About a week.
personally, not that long. We've taken it over from a previous owner, but the shop itself it existed for quite some time.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you don't notice.
It really is.
The child begins to wander around and goes behind the counter. Assuming you don't stop her, she goes into the back.
Hey. Back you go. That's a private area.
Sorry, just curious.
Understandable.
Those are our living quarters, so they're quite perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
behave.
no, I mean, to be honest with you, it's just because, as Dave said, you know, like we've only kind of started, you know, we're in this place recently, and yeah, the previous owner left it in not the best state about it. I mean, it's fine. It's just a little bit cluttered and unorganized, and we just kind of need to get it straight.
Sorry, where are my manners? She holds out her hand towards you, Brandon. My name's Angela.
Yeah, Brandon will give the handshake and just say, Brandon Jackson, pleased to meet you.
Whereas she shakes it. It's not a particularly tight grip. Joints are knotted in her fingers, calloused.
Brandon doesn't give a particular handshake, he's just kind of bearing that in mind.
I will say it's quite late. Where have you been traveling from and to?
We left our town quite a while back. We've been on the road for... looks over towards the gentleman. 13 days. 13 days.
Any particular reason for leaving house and home?
Yes. So it was a small war. We got away before it began. My son or daughter stayed behind. They told us to take Emily and go.
And Emily is your granddaughter, I assume?
Yes.
So, I'm guessing around, well, sort of around this way is relatively safe. Then you haven't heard any word of trouble coming this way, have you?
No, we've passed a few armoured convoys heading in that direction on the road, but otherwise there's been no issues.
A war between who, if I may ask?
It's some lords squabbling over land or resource, I don't know.
Isn't it always?
Which two lords are in war, so we know where to avoid them?
Darian and Richard. You don't have any food, do you? You could spare? Or a fire we could sit by? The cold of the rain just cut right to the bone.
I look over to Brendan and June.
Did you press the thingy then? War?
I mean, I have that burning thing, but I don't think that's going to...
No.
I'd rather not
Not
start
what I
a
was
fire.
going for, but
Taking them back to the
Yeah.
kitchen area. I suppose if we stay with them.
all right, follow me.
Like-
Yeah, just apologies in advance for the mess.
It isn't much, but it's a work in progress.
Welcome to our humble abode.
Quite pleasant.
You may take a seat over there, and I will cook something up for you.
Oh, thank you, dear. The gentleman just simply nods.
And I also make steak and turnips for them.
You'll be in good hands with our cook here. He makes very delicious food for us, so I don't think you'll be disappointed.
A young child is rummaging around,
Yeah, Brandon
looking at
will,
things.
Brandon will just walk up to her and say, "Hey, to make you some steak and turnips." So, sort of your grandparents are just around the corner there if you want to join them. Hopefully, sort of once you've eaten, we'll be able to buy clothes off, so in return, you go to you.
Okay. She continues rummaging around and pulls out a small sling. What's this?
That. I would be careful with that. That would be used as a weapon. It's called a sling, you would...
Kind of flails it back and forth as she's trying to whip with it.
As long as it doesn't look like she's actually going to hurt herself, Brandon won't move to grab it off her or anything like that. He'll
After about a
just...
minute of doing so, she gets bored and puts it back down. Continues rummaging through bits and pieces, finding bits of wood, nails, picking out a few other things.
Okay, if I see her kind of going for anything particularly sharp, like a knife or anything like that, Brandon will stop her. Otherwise, he'll just, kind of supervise it.
All right, food is ready. Emily,
Yes.
food is ready.
Okay.
I place it on the table.
Oh, thank you, dear. Was a hand on top of your hand, gently, after you put it down. It was awful kind of you. feel awful that I can't offer you anything.
Maybe later. At least I am still unsure about strangers in my home, but this is the least I can do.
Nick tucks in. Nick, sorry. The gentleman tucks in and starts eating his food. Angela starts gingerly starting to eat hers, seeming to savour the bites of meat in particular. Emily comes through to get her plate, but she goes back through to the other room, sits on the floor, eating and rummaging around a little bit.
Emily, you ate at the dinner table. Play, you can do that later.
I don't wanna.
You have to.
Mum and Dad never made me.
So the Brandon. Oh, sorry. Right, go on.
You're gonna listen to me, and you're gonna take your food and sit at the dinner table.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
She sulks a little bit, sticking out of the lip, but she takes the plate and goes through to the table.
She is with her back turned, I guess, per station to clean her up.
She doesn't notice, just keeps walking.
Alright. I assume that one of you two will keep an eye on. I will be upstairs for a minute.
What
Yeah.
are you going to do, Mr. Martinez?
Check on our friends.
All right.
You go upstairs, poke your head into Kara's room, I assume.
Actually, I'm looking for Mouse.
Whereabouts are you searching?
Just the upstairs area, so first general room. Mouse, have some cheese. Mouse. And then go through every room.
You go through every room, you get no answer.
One time I need you. Is this door still locked?
It is locked, yes.
Right. In that case, I'm gonna notify Kara of the situation downstairs.
As you open the door, all you hear is...
Alright, I close the door and I go back downstairs.
Oh, how's the food, guys?
Scared? Ah, it's lovely, dear. Good.
We didn't introduce ourselves, did we, Brendan?
I introduced myself.
Sorry. I'm sorry for being rude. I'm June Lee, and these two are my friends and colleagues.
Nice to meet you. I'm David.
Pleasure.
So, sorry, sometimes I have the tendency to space out a little bit. Did you guys say where you were heading to?
Oh, we're just going for the next town over.
Fair enough.
And how far would the next town be?
She looks towards her husband. Another 4 days. Longer if the rain keeps up.
Well, hopefully it'll slacken off sooner rather than later, and you can travel a bit more comfortably.
Yes, hopefully. Gentleman finishes his plate first, scraping up every single bit of meat he can. Followed by Angela, and Emily steadily finishes hers last.
I'll take the plates and walk towards the kitchen. And Casper's station with my back turned on them.
Once Emily is finished, she goes back towards the front of the store.
Brandon
Around
will
the
follow.
shelves.
Yeah, Brandon is basically just acting as Emily's
Babysitter.
yeah, essentially. Yeah, actually, as Brandon passes, he will hand the code. So I'm going to assume that Brandon's just been holding them the whole time to either David Dudgeon and just say, would you guys mind joining us just while I keep an eye on Emily?
We could put them near the oven.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
warm up.
Yeah, that'd probably do it. Okay, I'm just going to have to just keep an eye out.
Okay. Angela approaches you, John.
Yes, madam.
Are you okay up here by yourself with these two?
I'm definitely fine. I know Brendan since for a very long time. We used to play lots of games together, so we're quite good friends. And
That's good.
Miss Martinez looks after us quite nicely.
Oh, that's nice. She puts a hand on your shoulder, David. It's nice to see when people get together, especially in such trying times.
Is it uncommon for people to look after one another here?
It can be quiet if you're not family, yes. Everyone looks out for themselves,
I mean, isn't that in nature, human nature? First yourself, then the others.
sadly. And it costs so much. She looks towards one of the windows. Too much.
What do you mean by that?
She smiles a sad smile. People want something. People do what they want to get it,
That is
regardless
true.
of the life it costs. I'm under no illusion I'll probably never see my son or daughter again. Even if I do, they won't be the same.
War is a terrible thing. Always will be, always has been.
Without, just jump over to Emily. Emily is rooting around in the clothing bits. I'm assuming you're just kind of passively watching her at the moment.
Essentially, yeah, unless again, if she kind of starts getting a hold of weapons or anything that she could hurt herself with, I think that's when Brandon will interject. But otherwise, I think he'll just be paying attention. If she moves anything, like Brandon will just make a mental note to kind of put things back where they were when she's finished.
He holds up a small coat, looking it over and tries it on. It's a moderate fit, maybe a bit big for her. Then she takes it off, puts it back onto one of the racks, just throwing it over it. Oh, why are you up here?
Me. To be honest with you, not really much for being around crowds of people. Kind of like just standing in here sometimes, just have my own thoughts. I like the sound of the rain as well, so, kind of just helps. Just relaxes me as well. Plus, I kind of take care of the inventory out here, so, if I get bored, I just like to move things around.
Why is a shop here, though? It's like a stupid place for a shop.
Hey, I didn't choose the location. We just moved in. I always kind of had a bit of a FOMO as to why they built it up here, but I think it's just because it was probably a family home that they converted into a business later. So yeah.
How do you mean it? Go back home.
I mean, first of all, we only just got here, and second, we haven't really made enough money to make that kind of decision yet. Kind of have to play with the hand that we've been dealt and try and make a go of it, at least until we earn enough money to do something else.
I can help.
Oh?
I can find a way to help you go home.
And how might you do that?
I can buy the coats.
Okay. Well, let's have a look. Brandon is just going to... So, does she have the coat on at the moment, or is she holding it up?
She's holding it up.
Okay, Brandon will kind of just take a hold of the coat to kind of see what the price says on it.
I need to double check clothing price. 1 second.
Because it depends on which coat that she's holding at the moment.
Is it a winter coat?
It would be
That
I think it was a winter child's coat I put on the list, was it?
It says...
Yes, winter coat
Well,
child.
it says 0 total value GP.
Oh, there should be 2. We got rid of them, did we?
I don't really love the child's coats.
Yes, there should be 2 of them.
Yeah, there are 2, but there's no price written next to it.
Oh, right, sorry.
And
5
just
gold
do it.
pieces.
Okay, Brandon will sort of let go of the coat and say, if I remember looking in the ledger correctly, I think, this was 5 gold pieces.
Oh. He kind of rummages around in pockets of her pants that she's wearing. Pulls out 3 copper coins, some lint, a bit of fluff, and some interesting looking leaves. I don't get many.
Okay, look, I tell you what, you seem to like that. Just kind of like, can Brandon do an insight check to kind of just tell if she's particularly attached to that coat?
Yeah, go ahead, roll insight.
A 7.
And that's something that she just caught her eye for a second.
Her social skills coming in clutch, as always. Okay, well, Brandon will go, I'm sorry. We have to, I don't know, just try and be kind of strict about how much it's cost, but yeah, I think that's only a big copy you got there.
I know some magic.
What kind of magic?
Will help you to be home.
It helped me to what
I
side?
use it to help you to be home.
Okay, well, can you tell me more about it?
No.
Oh, come on, what's a bit of magic talk between friends?
Because I shouldn't show my magic to people.
Oh, I see. I'm guessing magic is a fight to people sometimes?
Also, someone might copy my spells.
Oh, well, yeah, I can understand that, I suppose, but I'll tell you what, how about if I'll let you in on a little secret. I can cast magic as well. So, how about I show you one of my magic spells, and you show me one of yours?
No deal.
I've got to be honest with you, that's probably not the worst idea to not say. Is there anything I could do to sweeten the deal for you?
She walks up towards you, looking at the coat and looking up at you.
David's gonna kill me for this. Right.
I'll make a deal.
Tell you what, I was kind of probably going to do this anyway. Brandon is going
She
to
holds up a
take...
finger. She holds up a finger.
Okay.
I'll help you to get home.
Your finger. Well,
She holds out a hand to you.
okay. So... What? Do you want me to shake your hand? I'm not good with social cues.
Yep.
Social awkwardness coming in. Okay, I'll shake your hand, but I don't... Oh, actually, before I do that, what are we agreeing to?
I'm going to help you get home.
And what do you want in return?
I can't get home. I'll help you get home.
Well, I mean, to be fair, would you be able to have my friends there wanting to go home too?
You'd be able to.
Sorry?
I might be able to.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Brandon shakes the little girl's hand and awaits whatever terrible punishment is going to come his way.
Okay, then. You shake her hand, and you feel a little tingle in your hand, but nothing else happens. She just smiles at you.
So, did it work?
She tilts her head to the side. Maybe not.
Oh, it felt a little bit tingly. Does that mean anything?
Maybe? She scratches her head.
I mean, I appreciate you trying.
With that, she goes past you and walks into the back.
Does she still count?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Do you follow or stay?
Well, Brandon's going to follow because... Actually, no, because he said that he likes listening to the band. He probably will... If it looks like she's just going to go and rejoin the others, Brandon will probably just stand there for another couple of minutes and then follow through afterwards. Following the person into the other room, Pete. Brandon isn't that lonely.
Okay.
You stand there for a second listening to the rain. You blink and you stand in your kitchen.
Oh, Brandon looks at his hands. Is he still a
Your hands are
tiefling?
still the same.
Oh, right. Does he still hear the rain, or is he just...
You could start a little bit then, say again.
Does he still hear the rain in the background, or is it basically just...
Still hears the rain.
Brandon, kind of shocked, just instinctively goes up to the window, looks outside, see if his surroundings look familiar.
It looks like a pleasant, mild day. The sun is shining through the clouds.
But he still hears the rain.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like looking at that and hearing he's kind of... I think Brandon wants to roll Arcana. He's instantly suspicious, so this is probably some sort of illusion.
Roll Arcana.
14.
You look around, you raise your hand, trying to trace the threads of magic through the air, and your hand passes through the curtain. With that, we'll jump back over to John Dick. So, Angela was talking to you last.
Well, you guys are welcome to stay here until the rain has stopped at least, or morning breaks.
Thank you, dear. I do feel so awful that I can't do anything for you, though. She rummages around the couches that are attached to a belt. Is there any service I can give you? Is there anything that needs doing to make up for the lodging?
Are you good at anything particular?
I know some magic.
What type of magic do you know?
We do need help with that, actually, Martinez.
Do we?
Yeah, we had that whole book weekend.
I don't think that she can read that.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Perhaps
But,
she could
as I was saying,
teach us a little?
It depends. What type of magic do you know?
Just a little bit of arcane trickery. A little bit of nature magic.
Nature magic. That might be useful to teach June here.
Mm-hmm.
As you say that, Earth seems to twist slightly. Summer starts to feel off. The air is a different tint to what it was before. Shadows start to crawl out from the corners of the room, slightly. What sort of nature magic would you like to grow plants?
Are we aware of the changes in the room?
I immediately move back a few feet away from them.
What's wrong, dear?
Precaution, nothing more.
Precaution?
Yeah.
What do you feel needs to make a precaution for?
Well,
You see her look
sensed-
around, and then she starts
sensed-
looking at the corners. Emily?
I suppose.
Yes? Are you impatient again? Yes. I'm very sorry about that.
Could you explain what's happened?
If she gave us such nice hospitality, I was going to take you all at once. At least that way you wouldn't know. And as she finishes saying that, her form shivers and twists.